how to create an invoice on PayPal. This is relatively easy and it can be done on a business account or a personal account. So even though sending out the PayPal invoice is free, if you want to receive money back actually on PayPal, then you will get charged the usual percentage that PayPal charges. I'll probably just leave a link so you can see exactly what it is for yourself. But either way, what you want to do after you sign in is you want to go to pay and get paid, and you can see create an invoice right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. Now you can see I can create a new invoice. The first thing we got up here is the customer. So we'll start here. Of course, you can always add a new customer. I got some customers that already have shown up here, but let's go to create a new customer. I'm going to call this person just Dan and leave the email as is. But if you go to customer details, you'll see on the right side, you'll be able to add more info like a last name, email address again, business name, phone number, and you can also add an address here as well. So you have this right here, save customer for future invoices, and you can say same as billing for the shipping address. Going down to the items, here is where you can put in your hours, your quantity, if you have if you're selling something digital or something like that, or physical, and then you have the amount only. So you really ain't got to worry about adding much else, right? So if you have a quantity, then it'll add, like if you got six some boxes, and you got price per unit, which is 10. You can see that the subtotal changes as you add it right here. If you got hours, then you got an hourly rate of $10. That's what it went to, but let's just say I am charging somebody for an oil change, right? Oil change, and I want to say it took 6 hours to do it, and I'm charging an hourly rate of $80, which is how they be out here charging sometimes. And you can see that it changed to $480. Now if you have tax, then you can add it, because you can see that it has tax right here. It has the date. Let's go ahead and add a tax. I got a VA tax of 2%, but if you want to add a new one, you can see that it opens up over here, new tax, tax name, the tax rate, and then the tax description. And the tax name is where I put VA tax rate, the 2%, and then I don't have a description for this one, so I'm just use this. And we can see once you put that in here, this will get changed. There's no discount, but let's go ahead and add one for the sake of it. Let's say discount name is I don't know, water. Just water, man. Let's say instead of percentage, it's an amount of $50. They gave me some water and it was great, so now I'm gonna go ahead and give them $50 off for the bottle of water. It happened today, and you can see the subtotal now has the VA tax in it, and now we have the item discount right here as well. At any point in time, let me go ahead and put that down. At any point in time, you can add another discount up here on the invoice right here as well. You can see you have shipping costs in case you got some type of shipping that you needed to do, and then another amount that you go ahead and add, and you can put the name and then the amount that was. So all of this will go ahead and add up to the total. You can allow partial payments, and you can allow a tip. Back over here though, you have your notes. So if you need to add notes for the customer at any point, then you can do that. You also have more options to add terms and conditions, a reference number, and a memo to yourself, as well as any files you need to upload. So yeah, with that being said, you can go over to the top and you can add in here. You can see my business information. I can add a logo. I can change my business name to say something else, my first and last name, if I don't want it in here. Any information I don't want in here, I can just go ahead and take it out or add it in. And I can go ahead and download this invoice for myself. I can print it out for myself, or I can go ahead and send it right now. But you also have the option to share the link to the invoice. You can save it as a draft for right now, and then you can scan it as a QR code. So with all those things being said, we can go ahead and take a preview at this, and we see how it looks right here. So with that being said, this is everything you need to know on how you can create and send out invoices to your customers on PayPal. And hopefully you found this information useful. And if you did, why don't you go ahead and leave a like, possibly subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.